everyone. Hopefully this is all good. I actually am late because I forgot about setting up the stream properly. So I had a last minute visit from the in-laws and left everything to last minute to do, which is never a good idea. So I hope that you're well. I had a week off last week, so I apologise for not being here. But I just got a little bit behind, and well, not behind, but there was a bit going on and I wanted to get some last minute things done and I was feeling really tired. So I didn't push myself to get something done last week because I think I know where my limit is, and I was definitely there last week. So I didn't pop on last Saturday, so I did miss you all though, and I thought this week I am committing to going live because I wanted to come on and chat to you all. I'm just fixing that up, making sure that it is all good to go. Hopefully, I think the last video was the one that there was some choppy internet issues. So what I did just before I went live was change over to my phone internet. So I'm hoping that nothing goes astray, and I'm hoping that's a little bit more reliable. This is the Saturday that both boys are home, usually on their gaming devices, so I don't know if that affects my internet. Probably does, I wouldn't know, but I think having them off them would be too much of a drama. I'd hear them whinge, I think. Okay, I think I've checked all the places. Hey Sandra, hey Kate, hey Carol, Christine, Susan. Okie doke, I can go up to there. Hope you're all well. I'm just gonna got my Starbucks coffee today. This is about as close to Starbucks as Tassie gets. I've been having a play with some new products and it is a fun fold, a very easy one though. Hey Sue, I'm well, I hope you're well. I've had lots of stuff going on and it's all been very exciting but very, very busy. So it's stuff that you'll probably find out about next week. If you didn't see a little sneaky peeky, I've been working in the background on loads of stuff, but if you missed it, there was something up on Instagram and my Facebook page before. I don't know if this will work, but I can play it. It doesn't have sound though when I play it like this, but yes, there was a little sneaky peek of something that I have been working on. You want to know what it is, Christine? Oh, you'll have to wait and see. It's exciting though. Well, I think it is, and I'm very, very excited. It's been in for fruition for a while now, and it's kept me busy in a good way. So I got hey Jenny, your internet drops out constantly. Well, honestly, so does mine. It's annoying. So I think the only other thing is I got my mini catalogue pre-order. I had to think of what to say then. So if you've missed the boat, you're not sure what I'm talking about, this is the new mini catalogue. You might have seen a little sneaky peeky with the boys, and that is backwards. That's really weird. I wonder if it's, oh goodness. I wonder how I can change that. That's going to be annoying. Phone camera. There's always something, isn't there? Flip horizontal. Maybe that worked. Hopefully that worked. Okay. Yeah, so this is the mini catalogue that's coming out on I believe it's the 4th of September. Goodness, I know it's here somewhere. Yeah, 4th of September. And I can't show you the inside, but you can actually get a copy by joining my Request a Catalogue list, and that is in the video description. Or I saw you, Verity, the other day. I just didn't come say hello because the coffee shop was slammed. I was there on Thursday for a physiotherapy appointment. I thought I'll go say hello to Verity, and it was crazy busy in there. I think everyone was getting coffees. Yes, so I got my pre-order, and what I'm going to do is hey Mashwari, I'm going to share a card with new stuff from the catalogue And then if you want to stick around at the end, I will share what I got in my pre-order. It's just that I know sometimes people don't like to watch those videos. So if I put it at the end, you can see the cool stuff, and then you can stick by and see my little unboxing. Well, it's not really little, but it's little-ish. And I'll share with you some of these new products, which I can't show in the catalogue, but I can show in person or on the screen. So the other way of getting these, though, now is by joining. So if you want to join my team and live in Australia, don't have a demo, all the details are on one of the links in the video description. You can actually add these products now to a starter kit, which is really cool. So I have got, I made this card, and I'm trying to think, I think it's called a double or a diagonal double fold card. So this is all new products, by the way. I fell in love with this paper when I saw it. It's called Sentimental Christmas paper. Now, in the catalogue, I didn't actually think, like, I didn't not like the paper. It just didn't grab me. And then I saw it in person, and oh my goodness, I love this paper so much. So I decided to make something. This is a very quick and easy card, by the way. It opens like this. And you just need one sheet of standard, hey Megan, one sheet of standard cardstock, and then you get this really easy fun fold. So pretty cool. And there's enough, so you can see on the inside of the card there, but there's enough room to still be able to write a message and add a sentiment without being able to see it. And can you hear that? Listen, I got a magnet, because this one is, you'll see when I cut it in a second, it is prone to sort of staying open a little bit. So having a magnet is handy. I'm pretty sure, actually I'm not 100% sure, if the link in the description, I'll have to pop it up after, but there should be a link to Kayla's Crafty Faves, and in there I have some magnets linked that I buy on Amazon. They're only very tiny ones, because you don't really want to have big chunky magnets when you're doing paper crafting. Hey Anita. Okay, so let's get started. By the way, these are probably my favorite embellishment. Aren't these? It's so hard, and I'm filming at night time, which is never the greatest time for lighting, but they're called Drusy adhesive backed embellishments, and oh my goodness, I need about 1 million packs of these and I'll be happy. I'll have to share a better photo up close of these. Okay, so I've got some pieces pre-cut here. Look how organised I am. Not really. I have been filming a fun fold today, but it's not for, I can't share it yet. Okay, so I'm going to quickly share the papers though, which you can see I've only made this card, but I have chopped into them. So let's have a look. I'm going to see if I can just show the full sheets. So this is one with a cute little deer pattern, or fawn, whatever you want to call them. So cute. This is one of my favourite patterns with some crumb cake snowflakes. And then we've got this one, which I actually was going to fussy cut this. I don't know why, it's just in my brain. This one's one of my favourite patterns, and one of the ones we're going to use tonight. And then, see, these were the patterns that stood out to me in the catalogue, and I wouldn't naturally gravitate towards ones like this. But look at that side. I need 100 sheets of this. Then this one here, I'm pretty sure the dies might coordinate with this one, because I don't have the bundle that goes with this suite, but it's got a stocking that looks like that. And I think even the ribbon might coordinate with the dies. And then how cool would this one be for scrapbooking? Cool. And then that's the same sheet. And then we've got this one. And I love this one too. I love the red stripe. I think that's really cool. Showing that one, and then we've got this one with the cool little candles with the melted wax. And then this one's another really cool scenery one. You can make card fronts or a scrapbook page. So yeah, really cool. The colours I'm using tonight, I looked in the back, and I think it looks to me like a bit of garden green, maybe a bit of old olive, pretty peacock, and shaded spruce. So I went with pretty peacock and shaded spruce as my main colours. So they are the cool patterns, and that's the Sentimental Christmas. I don't know if these are from the same suite. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have a sneaky to the side, because I can't remember what was part of that suite. Yes, they are. so these beautiful embellishments actually coordinate with the suite anyway. This is one of my first times watching you live. I'm from Alberta, Canada. Hey, Karen. Hey, Michelle. Okay, so I'm going to just get into it so then I can share the goodies at the end. Okay, so you're going to need a paper trimmer. And what on the earth is that? A stray embellishment. That never, it's always little embellishments, rhinestones, or dimensional backings in here. Okay, so I'm just going to drink some of my Starbucks, I wish. I will show you, there's something in the unboxing at the end that is so me. So for those that know me know I love coffee. Hey, Cherry. Okay, so you're going to need a standard sheet of either A4 or 8.5 by 11 inch cardstock. And then what we're going to do is we're going to score it in 4. Now, I don't know if I can zoom out just a little bit because I haven't got my whole trimmer in there. You might be able to see my stand now, but that's okay. We deal with these things. Okie dokie. Hey, Kerry. Okay, so now we're going to score this into quarters. So for a A4 piece of card, I'm going to score it at 10.5. Now we're going to make sure we're using the scoring blade here. So for Imperial, that's what, 4 1/4? Is that right? Yeah, 4 1/4. And then so we've scored it down long ways, and then we're going to pop it in, turn it around, and we're going to score it the other way in half. So for metric, I think technically it's 14.85, but 13.8 is fine. For Imperial, that's 5.5 inches. We just want to get a cross grid happening there. So if you can see that, easy enough. And now we're going to do some cutting. So this is how we do our card base. Now to cut, I'm going to pop it back in at my halfway mark, which is 10.5 or 4 1/4. And then I'm going to use my cut blade this time and cut it down to that halfway mark. So 14.8 or your 5.5. And that will give this a nice cut. Now we're going to want to also cut away. I think I found it easiest to do this angle first. So I'm actually going to pop the center score line where we've cut down to the score line here halfway. So I'm just going to line those up carefully and then just cut, okay? So then we've got a bit of an angle happening here. Now we want to go in this way. We're going to line it up halfway, and so we get that score line in that track there. And we're going to cut through that center line again. So then this piece should fall away. You're not going to need that piece. And then we're going to pop this in, and we're going to go from the middle to the bottom left corner. So I love the Stampin' Up trimmer because it's really easy. It's got really good guides that make it easy to chop. Okay, so you should have something nifty looking like this. It looks a bit random at first. These are all scraps. We won't need these pieces, so they can go for another project. Hey, Sharon. And then I'm going to just set this here now. So what we're going to do is grab our bone folder, which I've been neat and tidy and put a lot of things away, but sometimes they don't go back where they're supposed to go. Okay, so I'm actually going to, I just realised the score lines are going to be the opposite way to what I need them. Because, I mean, if it's fine to fold it, but if you're particular about your score marks, I'm not folding how I want to. So I'm just going to give that another score and then pop this one in. It's very hard to see without putting my head in the camera. I don't want to do that to you guys. Okay, I think that should be right. So now what we want to do is fold them down. So we're going to fold that one, give it a nice score, and then this one's actually going to go over. And I found that you can fold it and get an okay go, but it's good to trim. It's probably better to do this before you pull it out of the trimmer, but sometimes you need to pull away some of this one here. So if I put this in the trimmer and just line that up with that center, I just want to take away the tiniest sliver of cardstock. And what that's going to do is help that fold over, because it's going to give that center score line a bit of room to wrap around like that, okay? I hope that made sense. So just if you find it's not folding nicely over here, just take a little slither off here. Okay, now I'm just going to make sure my lines are nice. Give them a nice burnish. So now we've got a fun, that's basically the fun fold. So that's how you take a normal standard sheet and turn it into that fun design. Okay, so now we're going to take our layers. So I've pre-prepared some over here, and we're going to need a few different pieces. So we don't need that piece. I'm doing layers. You do not have to do layers if you don't want to. So what I mean by layers is that it's very hard to see, but I've got a tiny layer of shaded spruce on top, behind my designer series paper. Now, normally I would do a layer also for the inside, but I didn't, and that was only because it affected the thickness of the card affected that magnet. So I didn't, and I don't think it really needs it on the inside. Okay, so what I'm going to do though is cut my shaded spruce layer, and I changed the measurements without testing it, so this will be fun. Hey Julie, how are you? So my shaded spruce layer, I probably should have written this, or actually no, I know what it is. My shaded spruce layer is 9.9 by 14.3, and I don't think I converted it entirely for Imperial yet, but I know that the designer series paper was 5 inches by 3 3/4, and usually I add about 1/8 of an inch, but I will pop that in the PDF. So if you're watching for the first time, my videos that I do every Saturday, I always do a free PDF download afterwards, which will go up usually the morning after. So usually tomorrow morning I'll pop up a PDF, and I'll post that here on my Facebook page. It'll be in the YouTube description, and also my website, which you can find. You can find it right there. So kaylarenee.com, and you'll also find, it'll be in the links, you will find a PDF library where I have all my previous PDFs. Okay, so what I want to do is actually cut this shaded spruce layer diagonally. So I'm going to go from the top left to the bottom right. And sometimes, a tip I have is sometimes when you're cutting onto a corner, it gets a bit snagged on that corner and can drag it. So what is good is to lift up this guide here and actually sink your blade in further up. And so once you've got it cut, then you can work your way up. And that means that you won't get a snagged end, okay? Now we're going to need this layer here, and then we're going to flip this one and use it up here, okay? Now we want our pattern designs now, and I've got 2 because the stripe design is going to go on the front as well as here, and the trees are going to go like that. Now, there's a trick to it, but I will share it as I go. So we're going to cut this one the same way. So we're going to cut top left to bottom right, making sure that's nicely centered. I'll do the same and sink that blade and then go up. Now, we'll sit these to the side. We're going to do the same with this one, except we're going to go top right to bottom left for this one. Okay. That should be good. Okay, so now I've got those pieces cut. I'm going to put my trimmer up to the side. And then I'm going to mount some of these onto the layers. Okay, I'm just going to grab my glue, and then I'm going to first mount the one that I want for the front of my card. So I'm going to take this pattern here, and I'm going to mount it onto this layer. And it should, with these measurements, give you a nice edge. So if you're watching along and you don't want to wait until tomorrow, I can tell you that the front DSP mats would be 5. So for the shaded spruce, it would be 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. Okay, and then that will work nicely. Okay, so this one's going to go here. Now I find it easiest to fold my card out, because otherwise you're looking at a tone-on-tone disaster there. Is this new paper that's in the mini? Yes, it is. It's called Sentimental Christmas. It's absolutely beautiful. It's not something I thought would be my fave, but it definitely turned out to be, and I love those hidden surprises. Okay, so that's my layer for that one. And then I'm going to make sure I've got this the right way. So I'm adhering to the right section. And I want to bring in my triangle with the trees. So I'm just going to stick this one down. Oops, did I cut that too high? Maybe. I think I have not cut that the right size. So we're going to do some card surgery here. I wonder if I can trim it quickly without getting too much. Don't do that at home. Okay, so I cut that to the same size as the background. Silly me. I might actually just trim, because I've obviously got it on this one too, so I might just give that a quick trim before I add adhesive to that one. Okay, so yeah, I know I am super fast with this glue gun, Megan. I love it. You got FOMO yet? Okay, so I'm going to stick this one down to this flap. I love how quick and easy this fold is. It would be super cool for making Christmas cards when you want to do them a bit quicker. So the other side of this works well to put on that inside flap. And because it's just the inside flap, I'm not actually mounting these ones on cardstock. I'm just putting just the DSP. That's enough for me. Okay, I put a bit too much glue in that corner, but that's okay. So stick that one down, and then we're going to have some paper on this top flap here, which is going to be the other bit of this stripe. So two layers of that DSP, and you get enough for the 4 sections if you're happy to use just the 2 patterns. There is barely any stamping on this card, by the way. It's a super quick one tonight. Okay, so there's our, I forgot a step. Look at me today, but it's okay because I've only just glued it. Goodness me. We forgot to add the magnet. So these little magnets I get on Amazon, and you'll find those on my website. If you missed it, it was up just before, so you can go back. There's a section at the top called Kayla's Crafty Faves, and you'll find the link to these. Now, I'm just going to grab 2. It's so hard to show you because they're so tiny, which is what you want when you're crafting. I'm just going to grab 2 together and add my mini glue dot on there. And now I'm going to stick, if they come off, I'm going to stick that back a little bit. I want it away from that corner there. And then I'm going to add another glue dot. Let's see, flying glue dots to the other side of my magnet, making sure those magnets stay together. And now what I want to do is fold the card over so that magnet sticks to the card where that will be, okay? Now, I know you are not in USA here. 3:31 a.m. You are keen to be up that early. Okay. Thank you for joining, though, Anne. Okay. Will your PDF have metric? Yes, absolutely have metric, Julie. So I just made this in the metric. So this is the A4 bit of cardstock, scored at 10.5 and 14.8, and then we cut it the same way. And the first shaded spruce layer was 14.3 by 9.9, and then the DSP is 14.1 by 9.7. But I will absolutely have the PDF with both measurements up tomorrow. So yes, they are very tiny magnets, Sharon, but they're just enough for this card without adding too much bulk. Okay, so let's get our middle bit done so we can have that bit done and dusted. I'm going to grab a little bit of scrap. That's not scrap. Okay. It's funny, I have the Designer Series paper sale. Did you know that we've got paper on sale at the moment? That was convenient, but I'm going to use it as a scrap piece of paper and ruin it. But yes, we have lots of paper on sale in the store for 15% off. So definitely check that out. But I'm going to ruin that piece now and use the back of it. Okay, so we want our piece of basic white, which I've cut to 9.9 by 14.3. and I'm going to grab a pretty little strip of that other paper I liked. No problems, Anne. I'm glad that I eventually worked out how to put it in my streaming service, so it was done for me. Yes, so I've got this piece which is cut at 2 centimeters, which I think is roughly 3/4 of an inch. Yes, by the same height, so 14.3, or it will be the same height in Imperial will be 5 1/8, I think, but I will confirm that. So I'm just going to, I'm not going to stick it down yet, but I've also got this tiny little strip of that gold foil. So that's the same height by, honestly, I don't even really do a measurement. Like, I just do a tiny sliver. So it's probably 0.2 of a centimetre or 1/8 of an inch. But before I stick it down, I'm going to grab some Pool Party ink. And I'm just going to add a little bit of colour just in this corner because I thought it looked pretty. So I just got my small blending brush and I'm just adding a tiny bit of colour into that bottom left corner. And I loved the mixture of the Pool Party with these colours. And you'll see that in a second when I add the ribbon. So I'll let that blend in a little bit. And then I'm going to add a tiny bit of Pretty Peacock marker. And I'm going to spritz that just lightly on that background. I did something cool with my order, and I actually ordered an entire new set of Stampin' Wrap markers just to spritz with. Well, actually, I'm going to use my old ones to spritz with. Okay, so that's that piece. Now let's adhere these strips. So I've got my little crumb cake designer paper strip, which I'm just going to put on the left-hand side. Now I'm going to add a little tiny bit of glue just on that edge there, and that will be enough to hold this little strip of gold foil. And I purposely cut it too long, knowing that I can just trim up the overhang. Okay, now I want to stamp my sentiment. Now, I grabbed my sentiment, which I put on my desk, and I knew it would go missing. Oh, no, there it is. My sentiment's actually from a bit of an unexpected set because it doesn't look super Christmassy, but I really liked the word Christmas and the font that was used for that. So this is also a new set, and I'll show you at the end. But that is the stamp set that I've used. And this one says, wishing you a bright and beautiful Christmas. So I'm going to use some early espresso, talking about coffee, and then I'm going to add this in sort of the bottom left corner there. So pretty. We'll need that stamp again in a moment. Now I can adhere this now to the inside of the card. So I'm going to add a bit more glue. And I know on the bottom here it's going to have to go around that magnet. So I want to make sure I've got an adequate amount of adhesive going on there. And I'm just going to line that up and then give that a press and make sure I'm pressing sort of around where that magnet is. Not too hard so that the magnet becomes really obvious, but you just want to make sure it's nicely adhered. Okay, so that's the bones of the card, and that should snap closed. It sometimes does need a little bit of an extra help with the bone folder, and the more you sort of do that mechanism, the easier it will be. So now let's add the pretties. So I'm going to add one of these gorgeous circles. These are probably one of my favourite dies. Everyone needs a good circle die. These are the Spotlight on Nature dies. So they come with a whole heap of circles in 3 different patterns, and this is probably my favourite. But I'm going to grab actually, I don't think I did. I usually add some blending around the edges, but I don't think I did with this one. But what I'm going to do is actually take a crumb cake marker and spritz a little bit of colour on one of them. So I decided to use 2 because on the back you're going to see a little bit of the circle, and you kind of see a little bit of a messy cut one. So actually that's why I decided to use 2, for no other reason. You don't have to. So I'm going to just add a bit of adhesive and stick those together. Just press on those edges to make sure that you've got them nice and even, like that. And now I have got a really easy design because there's not a lot of stamping. I chose a reindeer, a little set of greenery, or a little fern thing, and a little, what do we call these again? Pine cone. And then I've got this gorgeous Merry Web, which is very fragile. But these are from the Mix and Match range. And in the catalogue, there is 3 new sets. Amazing. And I thought I'd have a play, so I wanted to do something a little bit quick and easy, and these are perfect for that. They come pre-die cut. They've got foiled accents. There's some tags as well, so you can make quick and easy Christmas tags. So pretty. I loved these ones, but I will share those quickly at the end if you want to stick around. Okay, so let's get started on putting this one together. I'm actually going to pull in this ribbon as well. This is also a new ribbon, and it's from the Snowy Scenes collection. It is Pool Party, which is why I bought in that Pool Party blending, and it has the cutest pom-poms. And I just loved it. I think it's so much fun. So I'm going to cut 2 lengths of that. They're about the length of a card, of the width of the card, sorry. And I'm going to kind of adjust them a little bit to decide. I'm going to cross them over and then pop them on this circle, because I don't know, it's a bit of a cheat way, but I find it really quick and simple just to use a stapler. But to do that, I need to work out roughly how I want them. So I'm just going to chop some on each end off and then check to see if I need to trim some more, which I think I do, because I don't want it overhanging the card really. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is actually just grab my stapler and more towards the left-hand side, because it's got to be hidden when it gets stuck on the card. So more towards the left-hand side, I'm going to actually use a staple to stick those ribbons down, and that's going to get hidden. So what I will show you is how I stuck these to the card. I flip this over, and on the side with the staple, I want to add a few Stampin' dimensionals. So I reckon that'll be enough. Okay. And I'll just peel these backings off. You should have seen how many dimensional backings were on my floor today. Oh my goodness. Okie doke. So I want to aim to stick that more on this side. We're not getting any off this edge, okay? So I'm going to use that roughly as a guide, and what you can do is flip your card over and make sure you can't see any dimensionals there, because it will stick your card shut. So as long as there isn't, I actually think I kind of want to move it up higher just to be painful. I decided that I like it up a little bit higher. So I don't know if it'll work there. Let's check if we can't see any, or we can just see one. So as long as you move dimensionals relatively quickly after you've placed them, they're fine. Okay. Just want to make sure that one is nice and hidden. Okay. And then we've got this. Now, once you've got this stuck, if you've got some that you want to cut a little bit more off, you can go right ahead. It's looking pretty good. Okay, so now we want to stick our other pieces on here. So I'm going to stick my reindeer just right over the top. I think I need a coffee refill. Okay, so I know with this dude, I want his the dimensionals to be focused more on the head section, and I also want one just up the top of his back, because I don't really want to add dimensionals over the top where the ribbon is, because it will add a little bit too much height. So I'm going to chop some of the edges. These edges of the dimensionals are fantastic because they're great for places where you need a little bit of skinnier dimension. In this case, I want them on the reindeer's legs. I'm going to chop that a little bit. Now I can take the backings off again. And I will have my reindeer ready to go, and cover up that staple and make sure he's all stuck down. Make sure you can't see any dimensionals at the back. And now I want to add my other little pieces. So I'm going to add these little pine cones and the greenery, but I actually didn't really want as large of a white section. They've got quite a large shadow to them. So I'm going to use a pair of sharp scissors and just carefully go around my edge to cut off some of that white I wanted a little bit of a thinner border. So there's my pine cone, and I'm totally just putting all my scraps on the floor. I'm so messy. Okay. I'm going to carefully cut around this one as well. They're quite nicely die cut, it's just sometimes I like a smaller edge. Okay. That should do. Now I'm going to grab some glue. And I only need to really put glue on the end of that because that one's going to get poked in behind that reindeer's bum. And then I'm going to do the same with my pine cone. That's just going to sit in there. And now I want to add, I'm going to tuck that in a bit more actually. Out there. Then I want to add my Merry. Now these are die cuts, so they don't have adhesive on them, but that's where something like the precision glue press comes in handy, or Stampin' Up have the fine tip glue pen, or you could use something like an adhesive sheet as well. So there's lots of options for adding adhesive to these delicate die cuts. Okay. So that should be enough of that glue. And then I'm just going to carefully stick this over the top of the reindeer because I don't want the Y coming too far off this circle, sorry. So I'm just going to stick that down, and I don't care that it's going over the reindeer. Now we want to add the second part because obviously I've got Merry and I want my Christmas. So I'm going to grab a little tiny scrap of basic beige, and I didn't bring in my cleaner because I want to give my stamp a little bit of a clean, like so. And then I'm going to grab, because this one's got lots of words on it, but I only want the word Christmas. So what I like to do sometimes, you can do it with washi tape, but I'm just getting some clear sticky tape, and I'm going to put that over the word above because it's very hard to ink this word without getting the bottom of the Y above it. So I'm just sticking my sticky tape, and hopefully that's enough. And then I'm going to pop my stamp into my ink pad. I only need to stamp the edge, and that's going to ink up the Christmas word, and I'm just going to pull that sticky tape off. So that way I've only got my Christmas word inked up. I think I've got a tiniest little bit, which is a little bit annoying. I might have just got that off my finger. Okay, now I can stamp this right on the edge of that basic beige, and now I've only stamped the word Christmas, which is what I wanted. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer again because I want to trim out that word. I love the Stampin' Up paper trimmer, especially for little things like this. It's very precise. So I'm just going to take a little bit off the top because I want it a tiny bit skinnier. And then I'm going to cut that. So now I've got a nice skinny sentiment strip. Okay, so now we can adhere that one down. I'm going to trim the ends a little bit, so I've got a nice tight sentiment strip. And then I'm going to add a little bit of dimension again. Every time I craft, I'm guaranteed to lose the sheet of dimensionals that I'm working with. They're probably right in front of me. Oh no, here we go. I want to grab some more of that edging piece. Actually, I might need to cut it even a little bit skinnier. So I'm going to cut the little tops off those. So I only want that little piece. I don't know if comments are working or if you guys are really quiet. It seems to be stagnant, so I hope it's just that you're really quiet. Okay, so I'm popping the dimensional on the end of that strip because the bit that says Christmas is going to sit over the top of that hoof, and we won't need dimension because he's already dimensional. So I'm just going to add a touch of glue so it sits to his hoof, and then pop that right under. So we've got Merry Christmas. Isn't that cute? Okay, but got to have some embellishment. So, of course, I'm naturally going to add my favourite, which I'm sure is on the desk as well. I'm just very messy when it comes to live crafting. Not so bad if it's not live, but if it is, I'm hopeless. I thought you said editing pizza. you're getting stuff ready. Oh, yay. I'm glad that you're here and my video is actually working. Okay, so I've got my Winter Stella and I'm going to just spritz some pretty over there, and I'm going to use my favorite embellishment. I think if they're not on their your wish list, they need to be. Okay, so I'm going to use the goldy coloured one, and I'm going to pop one down here. So I like to work in odds and triangles. So I'm going to pop one down there. I'm going to use a larger one. Oh, goodness, I probably should use the other bit of my Take Your Pick tool. I'm going to pop this one just sort of on the ribbon but tucked in a little bit. And then one more over here. So if you can see that visually, it's a triangle. So it goes over there. You can make a triangle out of that. And I've got the odd number. So that is the card. Super easy, hey? And it's got that magnet closure. So I actually really enjoyed that. It used the cute DSP and it was quick and simple. I didn't make an envelope because I've been in working mode all day. So I've been doing stuff like crazy. But I've got some envelopes here. You're working a night shift tonight, getting lots of inspiration for upcoming classes. Retreats, awesome. What do you do that for night shift, Karen? Okay, so I've got 2 envelopes. I might quickly do something. I didn't use a stamp, and I don't think the flowers would really match the theme. It was just more the sentiment. So let's have a look. I do have, speaking of deers, I do have the reindeers. So I could add something. I don't think I'm going to add a reindeer though. I might just add this little tree. I think it would be cute. You're an RN, nice. That's what my sister does. She works some crazy, crazy hours. I used to be a youth worker and I did a lot of night shift. And when they were quieter, which wasn't often, that's when I would do lots of blogging and stuff. Okay, so I'm going to just stamp a little fun on this envelope. Let's do a pretty peacock tree. I know I get comments sometimes that people love that I decorate my envelopes. So I thought, hey, I'll do it quickly here while I'm with you. Got to have a pretty inside to the card and a cute matching envelope. You do not need encouragement to buy more stuff. Yes, you do, Megan. In fact, I don't think you even need encouragement. Thanks, Rochelle. Okay. Look, I've got a different chamois out now. I'll just get out a different sheet of dimensionals and different chamois each time. Okay, so I've done the shaded spruce. Now I'm going to, no, that was pretty peacock. What am I talking about? I need my shaded spruce tree now. Is Thor going to start crying is the question. He's out there. Wondering why I haven't let him in. It's 2 trees, but you know what? Maybe I should do a 3rd. Do I do a 3rd? I could stamp it off once. Do like a... I'm too indecisive, and it's only the envelope. Can you imagine what I'm like with a card when I'm designing it? Let's just do that. It's only the envelope. Okay. So I've got my little trees, and then I might do a little bit of colour just on the card there. Pretty. Oh, what did you buy, Megan? Okay, so then I've got those, and I love, especially when I'm doing something that has designer series paper, I love to add some to the back of the card, but I'm not going to add my favourite pattern because I don't want to run out of it so quick. I might add, look, I might add a really thin, where's the, oh, that's the sheet that I've used. I like this in combination. So I might add a little bit of glue to the back. Our Stampin' Up envelopes are such good quality. You want to make sure you add it to the very top edge really well though, because that's where it will come off when you go to send them. Let's flip this over. Look, I'm using the pretty deer sides, not getting seen. Okay. So we just want to go, hey Vicky, how are you? Secret stuff. Oh. I've got lots of secret stuff happening. It's all very exciting secrets though. There's no surprise marriages or surprise babies, not those kind of secrets. Okay, and then we've got a pretty flap. Look at that. Let's just do this other one real quick. Okie doke. Being lazy. I'm just going to do it on this edge because it's nice and flat. No stamping secrets. Oh, I don't know. I'm always working on a secret squirrel project of some kind, Megan. Thank you. Okay, so that seriously took like 2 seconds, and we have a matching envelope to go with this fun card because it fits in your standard size envelope. And how cute would that be to receive? So really quick and simple fun fold tonight. It wasn't too out there. There was no insane measurements. They were all pretty easy. I'm just going to quickly give my desk a razzmatazz because there's stuff everywhere. In such a quick space of time, I managed to get very, very messy. And I am a bit of a clean freak somewhat. No problems, Karen. I'm glad that you liked it. So don't forget, I will pop the measurements and the free PDF up either late tonight or probably more likely tomorrow morning, because I think that I didn't actually photograph this card. I just got the main bits done. So if you, I think I shared this in the video. So there's DSP sale on, and only until the 31st. You can grab, there's a whole heap of DSP that's 15% off. I actually used that one in the picture the other day. It was really fun. I'm not sure, this request your mini catalogue. If you haven't got a demo and you live in Australia, I'm happy to send you one. Just pop your name on the list, which is in the comments. So I think they were the only announcements. Plus put these on your wish list. That's another announcement, because if you don't, I just can't be friends with you. Yay, Julie, I'm glad that you're going to try and make it. If you do make any of the cards I feature, I would love to see. Feel free to join my VIP group, which is linked below. You can share them on there anytime. We love to see them. When I say we, I mean the whole group, because we all love to share with each other. So I'm just giving my stamps a quick clean, and then I'm going to share some fun products. I don't think I need to share those because I've already shared them plenty. Okay. So I'm going to move these to the side. So I've shared tonight's project, so the rest is going to be me sharing products. So if you're only here for the project, just know that I'm going to be sharing products. I can't help myself. Everyone loves new stuff, but I know that it has been shared a lot already, so not everyone would probably want to see. So I'm going to share and I'm going to do it pretty quickly because I'm not, I know that people don't like to stay for hours. So I got this reindeer paper. Isn't this cool? I can't wait to have a play with the reindeer suite. So this one's got, I don't know if this matches the dies or not. I haven't been that organised to go through them. Look how cute this little deer is. So all these products are from the new upcoming mini catalogue that will be live in September. Or you can pre-order them now as a demo. This one, I love the colours. I love the traditional feel. No, you absolutely can share. I have heaps of demos on my page, Julie. Share away. And there's that cute festive lights theme. Isn't this one gorgeous? I think this might look like, yeah, it does. This one looks like that stamp. So I reckon that one coordinates with the dies. I love that Stampin' Up do that. Look at that funky plaid. And we've got some cute trees. Pretty. And then I'm loving the colours in this one. Isn't that fun? The mum and baby die fits. So this one here, cute. I love it when they have coordinating stuff like that. So that's the Reindeer Days paper that I got. Now, if you know me, you'll know that I love anything glitter. So you'll know that, of course, I got, you forgot to order Christmas paper. Looks like you better do another order. This is the festive glitter. And I love, look at that. I've got no glitter on my hands. Love that. So this comes with 2 sheets of I know this is the colours on here. Oh yeah, Cherry Cobbler, Garden Green, 2 sheets of that one, and 2 sheets of Granny Apple Green. I love glimmer paper. I just think it's the best. So that is the glimmer. I'm going to set these off there somewhere. Then this one is Seasons of Elegance. So pretty. Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? I don't know. Oh, these are double-sided. One side foiled though. This one looks like it's basic beige. Pretty. I think this one's Cherry Cobbler. And then I think these are like a mossy meadow and an old olive. Aren't these stunning? This one's probably my fave though. This one looks like Pretty Peacock. And then that one there. And there's another beigey one. So these ones are gorgeous. They make really cute scrapbook pages or even like sampler frames, I think. They would be really cute for that. This one is the Busy paper. Let's see. This is Regal Flora, and it's very busy, but it has its own kind of gorgeous. So this one's got a very floral design on there. And on the back is this really subdued, more, I think this might be cherry, I think. And then there's the Wild Wheat pattern with this Pretty Peacock. This is your favourite, Sweet Sharon? I do love this one. It was one of my faves. And then this pattern here, this floral pattern is like this one. In fact, I don't know if it's exactly the same. I think it might be. It just features some different colours in those flowers. And then this beautiful blue. I'm not even sure what blue that is. I don't know if I have the sheet here. Night of Navy. It's really pretty. And then we've got some Night of Navies with some Blackberry Bliss, I think. Look at that. It's gorgeous, Karen. And then more beautiful flowers and some Pretty Peacock. And then this one's very interesting colour combination to me. I don't know why, but when I see stuff that is a challenge, I really enjoy it. And then we've got some Wild Wheat. So they're very regal, rich colour combination. That suite also comes with some specialty paper. So this one's like a, what do you call these? Like a grid design in the gold foil. These are one-sided. And this one's the Cherry Cobbler, and it's got a distressed grid. So they're sort of broken up. They're not full grids. And this is, of course, my fave. This is your Pretty Peacock. So that one was the Regal Distressed Patterns. And I think the only other paper, other than the one I used tonight, was this one here, which is a 6x6 stack. This is the Splendid Autumn. And these come with 4 sheets of each pattern. And they've got some of them, I don't know if all of them have a more solid design on the back. But I love these, what do you call them? Scenic style papers. And there's some amazing fun folds that really call out to these styles. So you get 4 of each. Oh, look at that one. Amazing. Love that one. My favourite, though, I'll show you when it comes up. Purples. Autumn is my favourite season, by the way. So even though these are the wrong time of year for us, it's always my fave anyway. And then we have this one. So this one here, I don't know why, this is my favourite. I love it. I think it's amazing. Oh, announcement. My dogs, we all know, well, you guys all know Loki and Thor, of course. They are getting a photo shoot in the tulips. The photographer said she would do it because she wants to broaden her portfolio that does dog photos and stuff. So they're being taken. They're models. I'm just hiring them out now. So they're having photos at the big tulip festival we have in October. It's going to be so cool. And this looks like wheat. I agree, Megan. That's what I thought of. Okay. So that is those pretty papers. You get 48 sheets, 4 of each. And then I think I've got stuff not stacked in bundles. It's just stacked in categories. So I think if you want exact sweet representations, you're probably not going to find them in my messy craft room. This one here is a cherry cobbler and gold ribbon. I haven't actually undone this one because I received my pre-order a few days ago, but I haven't had too much time to play with it. So in fact, it's been sitting on my floor. Most of it's still in packets, not looked at. But this one is the cherry cobbler and gold ribbon. Really pretty. I like to do fray tests and bow tests and all sorts of tests on my ribbon. And Megan's probably like, why aren't you doing the test of how to use that ribbon bow tire? I still haven't. Okay. And then I'll sit here fiddling with the bow for ages. But yeah, very cute. It's only a small, like it's not very wide, 1/4 of an inch. Okay. And then of course there's the pom-pom ribbon. And this one is a wild wheat ribbon that goes with the autumn suite. And it's really hard to describe this ribbon. It's really different from anything that we've had before. I actually cut it up the center to make it a little bit less wide, and you can actually use the strips out of the center. So it does fray, which is really cool. So that one matches with the autumn suite. And this one's the Blackberry Bliss ribbon, textured ribbon. It's really cute. It's got a gold edge, and it's a different, it's like a linen texture. So I love ribbons. Okay. And then embellishment-wise, there's a few things. I got these, which are the gold woven leaves that go with the autumn suite. There's 75 in here, but there's 2 different types, and I don't know if it's going to pick up on camera. It might do just, but there's a leaf that has veins in it, and then there's just plain ones that don't. That one has veins, but there's ones that don't have the veins in them. They're just plain. I think these would look cool with just a glue dot tucked in to have in clusters. That would be really pretty. You get lots in there, and they're all loose. Then I got some white loose snowflakes, and these feel like, we used to have an embellishment like it. They feel like bendy plastic. They would look really cool in shaker cards, or the suite they go with has snow globes, and I didn't get it, and then now I'm regretting it and I want to buy it because it would make cute snow globes with things other than what was intended. I got these cute peppermint rounds. They're just adorable. They go with the reindeer suite, and these ones are the Regal foiled dots, and I'm pretty sure they go with the Regal winter. They've got gold, what looks like gilded gold flakes in there, which is really cute. These ones are the gold textured adhesive back dots. They are really hard to show on camera because it's got a very subtle gold shimmer. They're really cute. These ones are the faux glass dots, and these go with the autumn suite. These are really, they've got like a cloudy glass look to them. They're really beautiful. And then this one's from the reindeer suite. There's a reel of the Real Red Baker's Twine. And I got these, and I haven't even got them out of the packet, but I have a plan for a project with these that I can't wait to have a play with. These are book treat boxes, and I've heard that they're a bit, like, this is before my time, but I heard that they're similar to the Lifesaver book treat boxes. I think that's what you call them. But I did Google it, and they're pretty cool. They used to have like Christmas books with lifesavers in them. I heard that that's what they're inspired by, but I'm not 100% sure. So they were the embellishments. I don't think that there were any others of those. Other than that, I've just got some stamp sets and some bundles. I've made it very hard for me to reach what I'm grabbing. Okay, so these are the stamp sets I got. This one is called Peaceful Season, and it is a beautiful sentiment set with all the Christmas words. These do have matching dies, I believe, but as I said, I haven't actually really looked at anything, so let's have a look. These ones have some matching labels and the word Christmas there has a shadow and a finer Christmas word. Really cute. This one is what I was talking about. So those that know me know I love coffee. This one was a $1 million sales inspired set by Joe Golden. And I just think that coffee reminds me of my Starbucks with my cream foam or your cream. I love it. And then the dies that go along with it, it reminded me of a set by, I want to say Connie Stewart or something. She had that one, I Love You More Than. And this one that has a similar style, like, what does this one say? Nothing's better than, and you've got a heap of words. I love the font, they're cute. Nothing's better than donuts. I had a donut today. My son went down to get his friends some gift cards for their birthday party tomorrow, and my partner bought me back a donut. But I don't eat them all the time. But yeah, there's some cute words, lots of different things you could do with that set. This one goes along with that Christmas word set as part of the Peaceful Season suite, I think it is. These trees are adorable, and I don't know if this is snow or if it's just texture, but this one also has coordinating dies. I haven't even looked at any of this stuff, so I can be excited with you. I've got to put all this away now. I have no excuse now. Okay, so this one has the trees, some, like, what do they call these? Skeleton trees and the outlines. This makes a really cool bow, which is cute. And I think this might be like falling snow. Really cute. And then this is one of my favorite stamps out of the new catalogue, actually. I love the font. I love what it says. This one's my favorite, and it says, "It's okay if all you did today was breathe." I want to make heaps of cards with this. This is a mountain scene. You've got your love heart and a few different flowers and foliage. I love this one. It's okay if all you did today was breathe, even when your brain tells you otherwise. Or no, there is hope, even when your brain tells you otherwise. I just think that's the best. Then this is the Autumn Expressions stamp. So this one goes with the Splendid Autumn suite. Once again, it has beautiful sentiments that aren't. So this is like a Christmassy themed catalogue of the year, but there's definitely lots of stuff in there that's not necessarily Christmas. So this one has a very interesting die with it. It makes like a frame or a little bag, or you can do all kinds of things with it. So that has an interesting matching die. This is the Regal Flora set. So this is the one that matches with those the papers, the floral papers. Some really beautiful distinctive images there. And this is one of my favorite sentiments: wishing I were there to give you a hug. That one has matching dies as well. Oh, hello, Donna. How are you? You need this one. Which one, Kayleen? Did you mean the Splendid Autumn or the Regal Flora? This one has a beautiful frame as well. So it cuts out the outside as well as this shape on the inside. And there's Thor. I knew he wouldn't last too long. It's been an hour. So there's a texture die there as well. So really, really cute. And then what else have we got here? This one's fun. And I actually played with this today for something. This is called the Humble Home Bundle. And if it looks familiar, there's a reason, because we can only show the front of the catalogue, but where do you reckon that is from? So yes, very, very cute. Yes, Kayleen, that is so you. You definitely need it. This one is cute as, and it has matching punch. Do you want to see? Actually, no, I've got some. I do. Look, how cute are these little houses? Cute. Everyone needs that. I just thought that was adorable. Exactly. There is not a Saturday without Thor, is there? This one is the one I used tonight with that sentiment. So the artful, I don't even know how to say that. Amaryllis, maybe. And haven't opened the dies yet, so we'll have a peek. Do you know, Thor is very well behaved, actually. I've had this order on the floor most of the week and he hasn't touched it. So this one makes really cute flowers. It reminds me of the sets we've had, like the daffodils and the tulips. I can't wait to play with that one. This doesn't cut. This just makes some texture, which is really cool. So that one's going to be fun. We've got the reindeer set, which I'm pretty sure I showed. So with the cute reindeers, got something exciting coming up with that one. It's on your wish list. I'm glad. Can't wait to see what you do with it. You make anyone want the things that you use, Mershwari. Okay. Look, I haven't even looked at the reindeer dies. That's terrible, isn't it? Okay, so these look a little bit freaky when they're like that, I won't lie. But when they're put together, they make the cutest reindeer. And then these are the presents. So that's the bow to wrap around the presents. And then there's the berries for the mistletoe. And then look at these. So cute. So some of these cut out the images on the stamp set. Or there's this frame here which doesn't cut the whole thing. So it makes a frame inside something. I don't know if that actually makes sense, but it will when I make something with it. Okay, this pile beside me, it's getting out of control over there. This stamp set, I could not help myself. I just loved it. I don't do a lot of colouring. I'm not very good at colouring, but I just loved this set so much. I love the font, and I don't know, just some things you just love and you don't know why. But how cute are these? Memories of you warm my heart. And there's deck the halls with real wreaths of holly, which I'm assuming is to go with that one. Hey pumpkin, I would pick you over and over again. I'm assuming that's with the apples for harvest. And then I'm assuming that memories of you warm my heart is this lady here. It looks like a donut until you look up close, but it's actually a snow globe. So really cute. I just want to sit here and colour this right now. And this one, this is an oversized. When I say oversized, of course, everything you need in the big version, but this is the Perfectly Plaid 3D embossing folder. So this is a larger size one, really cool. And yeah, I can't wait to play with that. It matches the reindeer suite. And this one is one of our largest square embossing folders. And this is the Painted Trees 3D embossing folder. It goes with the Peaceful Season. Oh, thanks, Christian. Was it you that asked for me to do something with Humble Home? Someone did. I did see it. Okay, the last thing I got was the things I used tonight, and I thought I'll just quickly share them because then I want to take them out of these sheets and put them in something, because they do. One tip I have with the mix and match is that it does fall out because they're not adhesive, so they're just die cuts. The more you flick through these, the more that they will fall out. So it's good to keep them in one of these, either a stamp case or a little envelope. So these are the little labels that you get. And there's some bigger ones that would make cute gift tags on presents, like these ones. How cute are they? I love that this collection, compared to the previous mix and match, has foil. And there's those ones. So you get 2 sheets of each. So they're the labels. Well, I think, what are they called? Tags for the season. And then this is the joyful images. So this one is where I got the reindeer from. You can see that they're missing. And there's some cute images there. The little snowman's cute. It's about as close as I would get to buying a snowman usually, because I don't really buy them. I love this border of trees here. Look how cute the plum pudding is. Is that what they call them, or Christmas pudding? My dad used to always, I should ask him this year, he used to always make one, a proper steamed pudding. Those skates, they look like the online exclusive skates that we have. Then there's this one, which some of these are reminiscent of ones in the mini catalogue. Like this stocking looks like the one from Sentimental Christmas. Cinnamon cider, how cute's that? And the little drums. So there's lots of cute images. I love this circle design. It would actually even look cute on a card like this, to put that circle on the centre, add some DSP, and they've got a really simple card. And I'm loving that hot chocolate. Or Americans call them hot cocoa, don't they? So yeah, you can see what I mean about the bits falling out. So they're good to go in an envelope or a stamp case. And then the last one I got was this Joyful Sayings, which is where I got the Merry from. I actually was going to use this foiled word and cut it down, but I didn't tonight. So there's lots of other words in there too. You've just got to be very gentle when you pull them out, because there's only a little tiny attachment that attaches that to the sheet. Then there's these beautiful ones here. I just really like these. There's something about them. Then there's these smaller ones here. I love the better together with the gold. So beautiful. So there's 2 sheets of that and then 2 sheets of this one, which I loved this one, Thinking of You this Christmas. So I thought that was really cute. So yeah, there's 3 different packs. Now I'm pretty sure they're like, I want to say $14. They might be $15, I'm not sure. They went up a bit because of the gold foiling, I think. So they are the mix and match sets I got. The only other thing in that order I got was, honestly, I lashed out and bought myself all new Stampin' Write markers, which I think I mentioned. So these are going to be my good ones, and then the ones I've got now are going to be my spritzing ones. Because when you do use a marker, say this one, pull it out and spritz it, it will not colour the same. Like it wears them out quicker. So I'm going to have not a good and a bad set, but one specifically for something. So that was my haul. I saw another demo show store her ones in an A5 document wallet. Are you talking about the mix and match? I actually store mine in, so for each pack, I've got a little pocket here, which I get from Amazon. So that is on my Kayla's Crafty Phase, which you'll find on my website. And I find this really handy because I can pop, they're really inexpensive. You'll find them on that website, and I just pop a little chipboard backing and I can see into what they are, and something really easy. I've got a Velcro tab to get in there and it makes it super easy. Hey Brenton, you missed my demo. I made this card. You can watch the replay if you want. It opens up like this, really quick and easy. So awesome. Well, I think that's it. I've got to get back to work, back to the grind. I've got plenty of I've got some stuff to write up, and I think I'm going to go watch the rest of Handmaid's Tale. I can't even remember what it's called now. It's terrible. Up to the last season. And Megan, you want a Thor visit? That means I'm going to have to turn the camera around. You're going to see me. Okay, hold on. I'll see if he's out the door. I've got craft stuff all over the floor. I'll see if he's there first. He probably is. Come on, boys. Come here. Oh, goodness. He's a big boy these days, so he likes to be the star of the show, don't you? Don't you? So I had a shower last night, and I smell like flowers. Oh, he's giving me a hug. We were joking about it before and said that Thor should have his own YouTube, and we can do crafting with Thor. You want to craft with Mummy? You want to craft? Oh, thank you. You are beautiful. He would sit here with me, I reckon. Let's go back to the... Oh, my goodness. He's a heavy boy. Yeah, I've got 2 of them, Donna. The other one is here as well. Loki, stop eating the dimensional backings. Ah, there you go. You can see his head. Oh, they're beautiful. Oh, okay. They're wearing me out. He'll sit in my lap for hours if he could. Oh, my goodness. Okay, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. I'm glad I popped on and was able to spend some time with you guys. I hope you enjoyed the card, and I will see you guys back next week. Otherwise, you can check out the free PDF up tomorrow. So have a lovely weekend, guys. I'll catch you next time. Bye.